You know, it's funny. We always talk about the big shiny screens, the immersive audio, the fun stuff.
The stuff the client actually sees, yeah.
Exactly. But we never really get into the absolute panic of an integrator trying to get a signal from point A to point B when they're 100 feet apart.
Oh, yeah. That's where physics just becomes your worst enemy. Once you get past, what, 15 feet with a standard HDMI cable, you're just gambling.
You're just hoping. Which is the perfect lead-in to this invisible backbone we're digging into today, the Kramer DT-IN4-F32.
Right. And it's important to say up front, this isn't some little box you buy off the shelf.
No.
It's a modular card.
Yeah.
It's designed to slide right into one of their big VS3232 matrix switchers.
So if the switcher is the brain of the operation, this card is like one of its senses.
A very, very long-reaching sense. It's a 4-channel, 4K 60 HDMI over long-reach HDBaseT input card.
That is a mouthful. But the key word there for me is long reach. Because when you look at it, there are no HDMI ports on this thing.
Nope. And that's the big tell, right? That's how you know you're the pro territory. It's just 4 RJ45 connectors.
Like for a network cable.
Exactly. It uses HDBaseT technology to run everything over a standard Cat6 cable, which is, I mean, so much easier to pull through a wall than a thick, clunky HDMI.
Okay, but there's always a trade-off. Long reach usually means some kind of compromise. What are we looking at for bandwidth?
It's a max data rate of 10.2 gigabits per second.
So for a 4K signal at 60 frames per second, that's tight.
It is. And to make it work, you have to use 4.2.0 chroma subsampling.
Meaning you're stripping out some of the color information to squeeze it down the pipe.
You're shedding a little color data, yeah.
Yeah.
To keep the resolution and the frame rate smooth over that long distance.
But let's be practical. In a lecture hall, a big boardroom,
Yeah.
is the human eye even picking up on 4.2.0?
Honestly, no. Not for a presentation or most video content. Text is perfectly sharp. It's a smart compromise.
And what does that compromise buy you in terms of distance?
It buys you 40 meters for that 4K signal. So about 130 feet. And if you're willing to drop the resolution down to, say, 1080p,
And what?
then you're getting up to 70 meters. That's almost 230 feet. That covers pretty much any ballroom you're going to run into.
And there's some tech inside that's making sure the signal that arrives is actually usable, right? The reclocking thing?
Yeah, Kramer's equalization and reclocking. Think of it like a little signal restoration service.
Mm-hmm.
After a signal travels that far, it gets jittery. It's unstable.
Mm-hmm.
This tech rebuilds the signal's timing and integrity before it even hits the main switcher. It's not just passing it along, it's cleaning it up. It also keeps HDCP, 1.4 compliance, supports 3D, all that stuff.
So you're not losing features for the distance. Now, for the integrators, video is only half the story. I see another row of terminal blocks on this card.
And that is crucial. That's for bidirectional RS-232 and IR.
So the control signals are riding along that same Ethernet cable.
Yep, in both directions. The main control processor can tell the display 130 feet away to turn on, and a remote in the room can tell the player back in the rack to press play.
Which saves running a whole separate wire. That's huge. Speaking of the install, I did laugh when I saw the included accessories.
You saw the screwdriver.
The screwdriver.
It's a small thing, but it tells you exactly who this product is for, doesn't it?
It really does. It's not plug and play. It's screw this down and make sure it never comes loose.
One little warning on those distance numbers, though.
Okay.
They're pretty clear that you'll hit that 40 and 70 meters when you use their specific Kramer HDBaseT cables. You can't just use any old cable and expect the same result.
That's a good reality check. So, to wrap it all up, this card is basically the perfect solution for squeezing every last bit of performance out of copper wire.
Right before you have to make that expensive jump to fiber optics. It's the bridge.
It really makes you appreciate the complex, invisible work that's going on behind the walls the next time you see a flawless 4K presentation in a big auditorium.
Absolutely. And, you know, it sort of leaves you with a question, doesn't it? As we all start moving towards 8K and higher refresh rates, can tech like this keep up? Or is the era of using an RJ45 for high-end video finally reaching its limit?
Something to chew on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.